All right, so a couple of famous examples, and one of these just came down the other day. Aretha's estate. So y'all read about this. She had two handwritten wills, one that was stuffed in her couch and one that was shoved into a kitchen cabinet. The one that ended up winning was the one that was stuffed in the couch. And that one was drafted in 2014, fully in her handwriting, signed by her and everything. But between these two documents, there was a lot of differences. So she had 4 kids. Ordinarily, we'd say, okay, everything's equal between the 4 kids. That isn't what she wrote. She said, I want some of it to go to this kid, but only if he goes to school, and only if he graduates, and only if he does this, and only if he does that. There's a lot of requirements in there. And then she wanted a larger chunk going to somebody else if they went to business school, right? There was all of this stuff kind of all over the place. And we can talk about the enforcement issues there, but just on the face of it, you have 2 documents where you have kids going, well, I want this one. No, I want this one, right? That's where the lawyers come in. So between everything, it ended up costing about $586,000 in attorney's fees. And that's just for the preliminary issue of which document are we using. Okay, so that's not total fees and costs. Everybody's not all paid and done and happy at the end of the day. Prince, another famous example, just came out a couple of years ago. He had no will. And so he had a number of like step siblings that were, interested parties and some other sort of distant relatives. Ended up being 6 years worth of litigation to figure out who's entitled to what. And it costs over $3 million. And that's between attorney's fees, court costs, all the nonsense, right? So when you're talking about like a $6 million estate, your 50% came right off of it, right?